Hi, my name's Christy and this is Lazy Our Booktube channel where I discuss all books and comic books. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a comic book wrap up for you for the comics that I've read in the last couple of weeks, and so we'll get right into it. So a lot of you may have seen some of these comics before. I'll try not to go into too much detail, but I'll just tell you what I've enjoyed, and I may just give a little bit of a summary about what the book's about. So I'm up to volume 6 of Nomen Holman. This is one of my favourite comics at the moment. The storyline is really good, the artwork is really good, and I would say that this is just a really well-rounded comic because it just has it all. It has the really good dialogue, it has I just dropped my comic. It just has the really good artwork. I would have to say this is probably one of my favourite comics that I'm getting at the moment from my local comic book store, and this particular issue didn't disappoint. Being issue 6, I would say that there would be a trade paperback coming out very soon if there's not already. So if this is kind of a fantasy type feel, and it's about this girl, and she doesn't see in colour, she sees in black and white. It's a health condition that she has, and all of a sudden she comes across this man, and all of a sudden she gets launched into this world, and she can see colour in this world, and everything kind of comes alive. And there's obviously a bit of magic going on there. I won't say too much because I don't want to spoil it, ruin the enjoyment. But I would highly recommend this one. This one is really good, and it's one of my favourites at the moment. The other one that I'm really enjoying right now is Mercy, and this is issue 3, and I just absolutely love the cover of this particular issue. That cover is just so superb. I'm really enjoying this. It's slowly revealing more and more. There's this sinister person in this particular comic, and you can kind of see her struggling with, she's obviously portrayed as this evil person, but you can see her struggling with, maybe she's having feelings, like good and positive feelings towards a particular person in this comic, and it's starting to reveal that. So there's a little bit more going on. The story's being slowly revealed, and this is one that has really good artwork. The storyline is quite good in this as well. Probably not as good, I would say, as Nomen Holman, but one that I am actually really enjoying though. So that's another one I have read recently. A new comic that I have just got from my local comic book store is Wicked Things, and this is just a fun little comic. It's about this young girl. She's just about to finish school and head into university. She's in her last year of school, and she gets invited to these awards for like a teen PI type thing, and it's quite humorous. It's just a little bit of fun. I really enjoyed it, and I've also got issue 2, which I haven't got to yet, but this is a fun one that I think will continue, and I'm not sure if it's going to be quite episodic. It could be set up that particular way, but yeah, this one is really a lot of fun. Decorum issue 2 I have. This is definitely a sci-fi theme comic, and this one seems like it's a little bit of a slow burn comic. It's I'm still trying to figure out exactly where it's going. It's very early days. It features an assassin, and I am enjoying it, but this one is a little bit more of building more of a detailed storyline than maybe some other comics that you come across. So if you're into sci-fi, I would recommend this one. After Realm issue 2. So this is another fun comic, and I'm really enjoying it. I like the artwork in this particular one. This one also has a bit of a storyline going on, not as much, I would say, as Decorum. And in this one we have Loki, and he is trying to escape this realm and get up to mischief, and they're trying to prevent, the good guys are trying to prevent basically the end of the world. So this is another fun comic and one that I'm really enjoying at the moment. Strange Adventures issue 2. So this is one that I've talked about before. It's a really interesting premise. What if the superhero is actually a war crime from another is accused of a war crime from another planet, and so he's like the Earth world's hero, but he's been accused of war crimes on another planet, and so there's a lot of controversy around him. And this one I am really enjoying. The backstory that's being revealed for this particular person is really interesting. So this one is I'm really enjoying. Family Tree issue 6 is another one. I've got so many good comics at the moment that I'm enjoying so much. So this is a really good one, and I think the trade paperback is out. The first trade paperback is out for this particular one, so if you're interested in it. But this one is of basically in the world, certain people are starting to grow tree parts out of their bodies, and there's all this fear about it, and there's a group of people that are trying to kill anyone who is like this, and their families are trying to protect them. So this is really quite good. I won't say much about issue 6 because it's quite well along in the story, and if you're interested, I don't want to ruin the fun. But this is another really good comic. Heart Attack issue 6 as well is out, which I've just read, and this is basically, like, I would call it a little bit like the Heroes TV show. It's got a group of people that have there's been an illness, and people have gotten over the illness, and the next generation has like kind of powers, I guess you would say, and there's a lot of fear around that, and they build a big wall to keep in the people with the powers, and they're not allowed to cross the wall. And this is quite good, and as you can imagine, there's a lot of political stuff going on in this comic, so that's another one that I'm really enjoying. So they're the comics that I have read over the last couple of weeks. Normally I would have some trade paperbacks in there or some graphic novels, but I actually haven't read any for a bit. I have a big pile from my local library waiting for me to read, but I just haven't got around to it because I'm reading so many other really great things at the moment. But those are my single issue comics that I've read in the last couple of weeks. And if any of these interest you, comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear, or if you have read any of them, I'd also love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.